It's time. Time to get inspired and empowered. To realize it's never too late to create your next amazing story. Get ready to break through, transform, and start living the life of your dreams. So, are you ready? Truly ready to begin your journey to create your next amazing story in life and love? Great. Let's jump in with your host, Life and Love Transformational Coach, Suzanne Oshima.
Welcome to the It's Never Too Late show. I'm Marjorie Fiore, your guest host for today's show. We're turning the tables today, and I'll be interviewing Suzanne Oshima. Suzanne's the Life and Love Transformational Coach at Your Next Amazing Story. And today, we're getting back to basics, and we're talking about how to tackle online dating and make it work for you. It's going to be a great episode. But Suzanne, before we jump in, I'd love for you to share with the audience who you serve and why.
Sure. So I help single women in midlife transform midlife into their best life and find love again in their next chapter, because too many times women in midlife tell me, it's too late for me. I'm never going to find love again. Or they'll say, you know what, I'm just going to spend the rest of my life alone, when I know that's not the case. They don't have to unless they want to, obviously. But if they truly want to find love again and find that right partner, trust me, ladies, it is possible to find love again in your next chapter.
Oh, I love what you're doing. Okay, so I hear so many complaints, and I think it's out of fear and maybe the unknown, but about online dating in general and how it doesn't really work and it's scary. And then on the other hand, if I ask people who've gotten married maybe later in life, or it's a second marriage, well, how'd you meet? Oh, we met online. So tell us the truth. I mean, does online dating really work, or is it just a complete waste of time?
It's a great question, Marjorie, and I feel for the people that, you've heard complain that they say it doesn't work, because I hear the same complaints too. And here's the truth, is it doesn't work if you're not doing it the right way. It is a waste of time if you're not doing it the right way. And what the truth of the matter is a lot of these ladies who are hearing crickets online, they just need to know what works so that they don't waste time. And so, once they figure out the formula on what works, then they're going to go, oh my God, I didn't realize that you actually could meet a quality man online.
So give me something, like, how can you tackle that? Like, okay, I agree with what you're saying, but give me an example of how you can tackle that and make it work for you so you don't waste time.
Yeah, great question. So the first thing is having a great profile. If you are hearing crickets online, ladies, and I'm saying this with love, I'm not saying this from a point of criticism, I'm saying this with love, is if you're hearing crickets online, that tells me that it's your profile, that you don't have the best photos that shine you in the best possible light, and your essay is probably generic, and it kind of does this listing thing of, I like running, I like sunsets, I like travel. And to me, that's just, yeah. I just put Marjorie to sleep with that. So it's true. And the truth is, because I used to own an online dating site, is I can look at anyone's profile, and within the first 10 seconds, I could tell why their online dating isn't working for them. It's their profile. It's always their photos in the essay. So that would be the first thing. If it's not working, it's your photos and essay. The second thing I would say, once you get that right, don't do the rest of the stuff until you get that right, okay? Is then that will do a lot of the work for you, because once people see great photos, they're going to want to reach out to you, right? Because it's to be honest, it's the advertisement for you. Yeah. So you won't have to do as much work, because more men will start reaching out to you. But that doesn't mean to just sit there and just wait for the right men to come into your inbox. Is be proactive. Is once you have the right profile, the photos and the essay, then use it to your advantage. You should also start reaching out to men. And I know I just heard a lot of the women listening to this interview right now going, oh God, what? You want me to reach out to men? I know. But here's the thing is you don't want to be passive when this is your life. And you never know who you're going to meet. You never know. And let go of the attachment to the outcome. Is just reach out, let it go to the universe. The right men will respond, the wrong men won't. It's okay. Don't look at it as they're rejecting specifically you. Because really, you have no idea, right?
Right.
So, and then I would say, you know, as you're going through the online dating process and you start meeting men and you're going out on the dates, is on those first dates, and then you're kind of in that in-between state, is don't get so emotionally attached. I find women fall too quickly, even before they've met him on the first date. They like had some phone calls, had some texts, and they're getting emotionally attached just from what he texts her, what he says on the phone. And then when they meet in person, then they're already in love, or they're already thinking about, you know, oh, this is a man I could marry, and this is a man I could spend the rest of my life with. And the truth is, you know, let a man earn your heart. You shouldn't be so emotionally attached in the very beginning. Watch how he shows up. Does he follow through on his actions? Because the right man will earn your heart through not only his words, but his actions.
Okay. Those sound so basic, but so important. So have a great profile, which is great photos, and make sure your essay isn't messy. Because you're right. It's like your calling card. I get that. And then it's not 1950s. You can reach out to men, and it's almost safer because it's online. Like, what have you got to lose? You're probably never going to see that person again if something doesn't turn out the way you want. And you took you dipped your toe out a little bit to get out of your comfort zone. But, you know, again, it's the most important relationship you're going to have in your life. And then don't be tied to the outcome. Let go of the expectations. And then the last one you said was don't get emotionally attached. Let a man earn your heart. Would you agree that it's an easy way to do that is to kind of like maybe if there's more than one person interested, date more than one person, like kind of keep a numbers game, keep your options open so you're not like, this is the one I've got to spend my life with him, because I think it's so easy to get so into it. But I would say if you're participating in it, but also be an observer of what's happening, like you said, did he follow through on what he said he was going to do? Like all those little things that become issues later, kind of like have a bird's eye perspective of what's going on, even though you're kind of in it as well. I mean, what do you think about the numbers game?
I love that you brought that up because it's so true. It's not this thing of, oh my God, I finally met him. I could stop doing this. And, you know, and then all your focus goes to him, because once your focus goes to one person, then of course you're going to be emotionally attached. You're going to have expectations, and, you know, you're going to start thinking about the future. It is a numbers game, and you should be dating multiple men in the very beginning stages of dating until you become exclusive with someone, because otherwise all of your attention is on one person.
Yeah. You know, I think this is one of the most important episodes you've probably done, because in a nutshell, it's like, here's your checklist of what to do online. And then your other key was like, you know what? Keep it fun. Yeah. Keep it fun and go into it with a great mindset. You're going to meet some new people, and don't make it so hard. Like, I think that people think, oh, online dating, it's like a whole new platform to learn. It's like when we first learned computers and then we have to learn these different software. You know, it's just because you don't want to get on your cell phone. I'm like, oh, I don't want to learn all the new things. And then once you do, you're like, boo, 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 it's second nature. So it's just getting over that learning curve, which is why you're so valuable, because you help people speed up that process. I think this is one of your best episodes ever, and it should be like, you know, I don't know if you mark it somewhere, but it's like, watch this one first. You know, it's basics, because people try to make it hard. They just want to say, I don't know about it. I don't know how to do it, so it must not work. But this was a really good episode. Anything else for basics that making it work for us?
Yeah. I just want to add in one last thing, because you brought up such a great point, Marjorie. I love that you said that. If you keep saying this is hard, then your journey, I'm going to be honest with you, your journey will suck. It's going to be hard. But if you tell yourself, I'm just going to have fun, guess what? It'll be fun. Not to say that you may not have things happen along the way, but whatever you tell yourself is how the journey is going to go. So it is very important to change the narrative that you're telling yourself and watch and see the difference in how you approach online dating.
Great. Well, Suzanne, I'm really impressed with how you broke down the basics and made this a great core episode for listeners to watch or listen to. And I know they can get started with a great place to get started is your free online masterclass, The Secrets to Meet a Quality Man. Can you tell us a little bit more about it and how the listeners can get registered?
Of course. So in this live masterclass, I will tell you the number one way to meet a quality man. I'm also going to tell you the real reason why you're not meeting any quality men online. And hint, hint, ladies, it's not because online dating doesn't work. Remember what I said. It's about your online profiles. So I'm going to also tell you the secret formula on how to turn it around so you start meeting quality men online. So you can sign up for that by going to yournextamazingstory.com and clicking at the top of the webpage.
Great. Go get signed up. Thanks, everyone, for joining us today on the It's Never Too Late show. The show is available in both video and podcast format and can be found at yournextamazingstory.com. Take care.
Love today's episode of the It's Never Too Late show? Then head on over to yournextamazingstory.com to continue the conversation, get access to show notes, and get more amazing content.